Welcome, Pathfinders. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Heather. I've spent this past week communing with my spirit animal.
I'm not sure that's exactly communing.
What? I love pandas.
I'm more of a dog person myself.
Still cute. But on to the review for this week, which also has cute animals.
That's right, The Blood of the Beast Player's Companion. It's the most recent in the race-centric series of Player's Companion books, this time focusing on anthropomorphic animal races of Galarian.
Inside, you'll find new tools to play the monkey-like Venaris, raven-like Tengu, the rat folk, the snake-like Nagaji, and the fox-like Kitsune, the frog-like Gripples, and of course, cat folk.
Which should make all the Skyrim fans happy.
I love my Dark Brotherhood Khajiit.
Now, like most of the companion line in this book is full of new class archetypes, usually 2 per race, with a strong sense of flavor tying them together. The Tengu Jinx Witch and the Catfolk Prowler at the World's End are our particular favorites.
There are even new options provided for the Unchained Monk and the Unchained Summoner in this book.
Which is good, as these classes haven't seen a lot of attention lately.
Also inside, you'll find great new feats, many of which are designed to work in concert with particular race abilities.
Such as the Ratfolk getting a whole collection of new feats to work with their swarming racial trait, or the Lucky feat that lets a catfolk with Black Cat use their abilities more often.
It should be noted that many of these feats are not race-specific, as the Lucky feat can also be used by a Lucky Halfling.
I am always happy to see the little folk get some attention too.
So while many of the new feats and archetypes are specific to the races in this book, a lot of these options aren't, making this book worth it for players of any race.
Beyond the archetypes and feats, the book is also filled with new spells.
Unlike the Naga-shaped polymorph spells.
New alternate racial traits.
Like the Kitsune Superior Shape Change.
And tons of favored class bonuses.
What? I got excited.
So if you are a fan of the anthropomorphic beast races, you will certainly find something in this book to love.
And if you aren't, you might find something to tempt you to change your mind.
Now, just like with any book, there are a few things about Blood of the Beast we didn't like.
Right. For starters, this book has a lot of great mechanics inside, but that left very little room for flavor. Each race only has a single paragraph describing them in broad strokes. While many of the archetypes include a bit of extra background information, it still only adds up to about half a page.
Now, we do recognize that these races were given some attention in Races of the Inner Sea and the Advanced Race Guide, but we love the flavor aspect just as much as the mechanics.
It should also be noted that we love the beast-blooded populations of the Inner Sea map on the inside cover. It does a good job of showing where these exotic races can be found.
Sadly, the section devoted to the race doesn't always explain why some of the Tian native races have such a strong presence in the Inner Sea.
The Tengu section does a fair job explaining this, and the Nagaji's reasoning, while a bit forced, at least makes some sense.
But the Kitsune are given no strong reason for their presence in Varisha, and the Venaris are said to have communities in the Mwangi Expanse, but the map shows them inhabiting Katapesh.
It's a small gripe, but comes back to the lack of flavor in the book.
Something we can forgive, as Paizo did cover 7 races and 30 pages.
And we should also note that we loved a majority of the interior art of this book, some of which could easily inspire players to give these races a try.
It also seemed like the art was unusually large and ate up space that could have been given over to flavor.
Especially the large pieces in the Kitsune section.
We were also not fans of some of the more cartoony art, like the cover of the book, which makes it look more like a third-party book.
So, in summary, Blood of the Beast did an excellent job providing new rules in the limited space provided. If you are looking for game options for these races, this is the place to go.
But if you are looking for background information on these races, you'll want to look elsewhere.
So, after much debate, we've settled on 3 stars.
The book is great for mechanics, but lacking in flavor.
Maybe we could get a campaign setting book sometime?
I'd be happy with that.
Well, that's it for this field report.
Let us know your thoughts on anthropomorphic races, the inclusion of unchained classes, or the cover art for this book.
Also, thanks to all of our subscribers for helping us break 100. If you aren't a subscriber, consider joining. At 1 XP per subscriber, we're only 1,200 away from a level up.
So we're on the fast progression.
Aren't we always?
Fair. Join us next time for a review of Horror Realms.
Good luck, Pathfinders.
My face was like itching a little bit. So, where are the guys?
That's a good question.
Alright, you got two options. Either grow it out